Making headlines, President Dr. Mohamed Muiz assures the people of Kinross to end their long wait to witness developmental progress in the island. The President announces that the contract to develop an airport in Fano Atoll will be signed next month. And the Islamic Ministry announces a revision to the Nisab for Zakat al-Mal. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Hello and welcome to PSM News in English with me, Utma Mahmood. Looking into the details, President Dr. Mohamed Muiz assures the people of Kinross Atoll to finally end their long wait to witness developmental progress in the island. During President Muiz's visit to Kinross Island, the Island Council President Ahmad Hussein shared the developmental needs of the island that had failed the attention of successive governments for more than a decade. Ahmad Hussein said the Kinross had been made to wait for 12 long years to get adequate sports facilities, a children's park or more classrooms in the island school to cater to its growing number of students. After listening to the concerns, President Muiz assured that Kinross would not be left behind in his administration's efforts to bring about nationwide development and progress. He noted that real and sustainable development is not limited to concrete buildings, insisting parks and recreational facilities were significant to the mental well-being of the people. President Muiz said he understood the frustration of the people of Kinross, pledging to finally end the years of wait and establish a futsal, football and handball ground in the island. He also stressed on the importance of education in his vision for the Maldives, promising to add more classrooms along with other facilities in the island's school. The President said most of these projects will be kick-started during the year. He also shared his vision to develop the country to improve financial accessibility through more ATMs, waste management and police posts in regions currently lacking such basic services. The President said his administration would encourage and assist islands looking to improve or enhance local tourism. In order to develop and inspire young minds in the country, President Muiz also alluded to his plans to expand public library services to all corners of the island nation. Additionally, an agreement was signed between the Bank of Maldives BML and the Kinross Island Council to install an automated teller machine ATM on the island. BML's Director of Retail and SME Banking, Badruddin Hassan, signed the agreement on behalf of the bank, while the President of the Kinross Island Council, Ahmad Hussein, signed on behalf of the island. Kinross becomes the 6th island in Atoll to sign deals with BML to establish ATM services. President Dr. Mohamed Muiz announces that the contract to develop an airport in Fano Atoll will be signed next month, followed quickly by its commencement. Addressing the residents of Fano as part of his ongoing tour of several islands of Atoll, President Muiz said the hopes and aspirations of the people in the island were linked to their dreams of an airport. The President said as pledged during his presidential campaign, the contract to develop the airport will be signed with Maldives Transport and Contracting Company MTCC next month, which will be quickly followed by its mobilization. Noting that the Fano Airport project is linked to the hopes of its people, the President stated that this airport will boost much-needed economic activity in the region with more job opportunities and attract more tourist resorts to the area. According to President Muiz, the Fano Airport project remains a sound investment as it will become the cornerstone of his pledge to attract more tourist resorts to Atoll. In addition, the President also pledged further development to the island's health facilities, sports infrastructure and harbour expansion. The President said his next visit to Fano will be to inaugurate its new airport. During his visit to Fano on Thursday, President Muiz also inaugurated the island's new water and sewerage network. The government contracted Male Water and Sewerage Company (MWSC) to establish the network in Fano. Under the $4 million project, a 4.86 kilometer sewerage network has been established to connect 130 households in Fano. The project will provide clean water to the households in Fano with two reverse osmosis RO plants, which will generate 20 tons of clean water per day. MWSC has also provided water and sewage connections to the 130 households in Fano. The President's visit to Fano also saw the island's council sign a deal with Bank of Maldives to install an automated teller machine ATM on the island. With this, Fano becomes the seventh island in Raiatol to sign deals with BML to establish ATM services. The Ministry of Agriculture and Animal Welfare announces the opening of scholarship applications for studies in the field of agriculture. This opportunity falls under the Transforming Fisheries Management in Southwest Indian Ocean Region and Maldives project, a collaboration between the Maldives government and the World Bank. The scholarship program offers opportunities for bachelor's degree and one for master's degree. Applicants for the bachelor's degrees program can choose in agricultural science, animal science, botany and entomology, and natural resource management, while the master's degree offer is for plant protection. The criteria for the scholarships have been gazetted and each applicant has been limited to one full-time program. Applicants for the master's degree scholarship must have a bachelor's degree in a relevant field and at least 2 years of working experience in a relevant field. A student applying for the bachelor's degree scholarship must have obtained at least a C grade in 5 subjects in the GCE O-level examination or C grade or above in 3 subjects in the GCE A-level examination. Students selected for the scholarship will be provided with a document required to obtain acceptance from a university recognized by the Maldives Qualification Authority (MQA). Applications for scholarships can be submitted to the management unit of the ministry before the deadline at 12 p.m. on 20th February. The Ministry of Islamic Affairs announces a revision to the Nisab for Zakat al-Mal, a mandatory Islamic practice of almsgiving that plays a vital role in world purification and societal welfare. This practice obliges Muslims to contribute a portion of their wealth annually to assist those in need. Effective from 22nd January, the new Nisab for Zakat al-Mal has been set at approximately $570.83, down from the previous figure of $599.39 established in October 2024. The Nisab represents the minimum wealth threshold necessitating the payment of zakat. In the Maldives, the Islamic Affairs Ministry is responsible for declaring the Nisab for Zakat al-Mal. The calculation encompasses a variety of assets, notably gold and silver, particularly when the payment is made in cash. Some scholars advocate using the price of silver to determine the Nisab, as it is more advantageous for the poor due to its affordability and accessibility compared to gold. The Maldives Monetary Authority (MMA) sets the price of silver, and the Nisab is published on the Maldives Zakat House website. The Nisab is subject to fluctuation throughout the year, driven by changes in the international silver markets. Zakat al-Mal payments require that a full lunar year has elapsed since the wealth reached the Nisab. Since 1st June 2016, the Maldives Inland Revenue Authority (MIRA) has been responsible for collecting Zakat al-Mal. In 2024, MIRA collected $6.6 million in Zakat al-Mal. In a collaboration with 25 industry partners, the Maldives Marketing and Public Relations Corporation (MMPRC) showcases the diverse offerings of the Maldives at FITR 2025, the inaugural major travel trade event of the year. Taking place from January 22nd to 26th in Madrid, Spain, FITR 2025 stands as the foremost event in the tourism sector, exerting substantial influence on industry professionals and international markets throughout Latin America.
Participation in this event bolsters the Maldives' brand presence across Spain and Europe while fostering robust connections with travel agents from prominent markets in the region, according to the MMPRC. The event provides a wealth of opportunities to showcase the unique experiences the Maldives offers, according to the agency, ranging from romantic getaways and wellness retreats to family vacations, adventure holidays, and both summer and winter escapes. Fitur 2025 is one of Spain's premier travel and trade events, provides a significant platform for disseminating the latest information and enabling individual properties within the Maldives tourism industry to showcase new products and experiences. According to the Tourism Promotion Board, the Maldives stand at Fitur 2025 embodies elements of sustainability, luxury, romance, adventure, and cultural tourism. Attendees at the event have the opportunity to interact with Maldivian travel trade partners and obtain the latest information about the Maldives, according to MMPRC. The stand effectively conveys the diverse experiences of the Maldives through visuals and videos displayed on LED screens, it added. In addition, the Maldives stand at Fitur 2025 is hosting raffle draws that offer complimentary holidays to the Maldives, sponsored by ITA Holidays Maldives. Spain ranked among the top 10 markets for tourist arrivals in the Maldives in 2024, with a total of 47,835 tourists from Spanish market. The MMPRC continues its promotional efforts in this market, planning numerous activities to sustain the momentum from the previous year.
The German sportswear brand Puma shares slides 18%.
Puma shares slid 18% on Thursday. The German sportswear brand reported lower than expected fourth quarter sales and a decline in annual profit. It raises questions about its ability to compete against bigger rivals Adidas and Nike. The weak results late on Wednesday came after Adidas reported strong sales and profitability. Puma has legwork ahead in order to boost its brand and take a bigger slice of the $400 billion global sportswear market. The company has been trying to launch new trends, such as the motor racing-inspired Speedcat, but JP Morgan analysts said sales trends for the Speedcat have been weaker than expected. The market also remains dominated by Adidas's retro Samba trainers. New fast-growing brands like On Running and Hoka have also shaken up the sportswear industry. Puma's fourth quarter sales grew 9.8% against the 12% growth expected by analysts. Net profit last year fell to $293 million from $317.5 million. That was in part due to higher interest payments on its debt.
TikTok still could not be downloaded from the Apple and Google App Stores in the United States on Wednesday, trapped in legal purgatory between the two tech giants.
TikTok is back in the U.S., except it isn't, or not fully. 2 days after Donald Trump signed an executive order lifting a ban on the app, it still wasn't available to download for Apple or Google users on Wednesday. Exactly why wasn't clear. The tech giants didn't comment, and analysts say they may be waiting for legal advice. They point out that Trump's order delays but doesn't yet cancel a ban that punishes firms which host or distribute TikTok. The app's apparent return had delighted some users and left others uncomfortable crediting the president.
I'm thrilled. I cried last night, actually, while we were out when I realized it wasn't working.
Says thank you for your patience and support. As a result of President Trump's efforts, TikTok is back in the U.S. We continue to create, share, and discover all the things you love on TikTok. Feels like you're kissing the ring.
Chinese-owned TikTok had faced a ban over allegations, strongly denied by the firm, that it could pass data on U.S. users to Beijing. Trump has said he could approve the app if the U.S. gets to own a big stake in it, possibly through a sale to someone familiar.
Are you open to Elon buying TikTok?
I would be if he wanted to buy it, yeah.
The new president has said he could impose sanctions on China if it doesn't agree to a deal. He's given himself 75 days to decide on a course of action. For now, that leaves U.S. users in limbo and resorting to desperate measures. Some have tried to change their country location to fool Apple or Google into allowing a download. Others have spied a possible profit. Over 1,500 phones with TikTok installed were listed for sale on eBay on Wednesday alone, with one priced at $40,000.
Ukraine praises U.S. President Donald Trump on Thursday for threatening to impose tariffs and sanctions on Russia if it refuses to make a deal to end the war in Ukraine, and said the comment sent a strong signal. Trump, who has repeatedly said he wants to halt the fighting in Ukraine without saying how, appealed to Russian President Vladimir Putin on Wednesday to stop this ridiculous war and threatened to impose punitive measures if no deal is reached.
It was really strong message and strong signal. We need to increase pressure on Russia and to force Russia to negotiate. We need USA leadership. We need more engagement of USA.
Kyiv has long urged its allies to impose tougher sanctions on Russia to raise the cost of the war for Moscow and to discourage it from undertaking any further aggression.
So we do really welcome such strong messages from the President Trump, and we believe that he will be the winner, and we believe that we have an additional chance to get new dynamic in diplomatic efforts to end this war and to achieve long-lasting, just and comprehensive peace.
Trump's calls to end the war as soon as possible sparked fears in Kyiv and among European allies that a hasty deal could play into Russia's hands and entail Ukraine making major territorial and other concessions. The International Criminal Court prosecutor says he had applied for arrest warrants for Taliban leaders in Afghanistan, including Supreme Spiritual Leader Hibatullah Akhundzada, accusing them of crimes against humanity for widespread discrimination against women and girls. A statement issued by the Office of Chief Prosecutor Karim Khan said evidence collected as part of investigations provided reasonable grounds to believe that Akhundzada and Abdul Hakim Haqqani, who has served as Chief Justice since 2021, bear criminal responsibility for the crime against humanity of persecution on gender grounds. The statement said they are criminally responsible for persecuting Afghan girls and women as well as persons whom the Taliban perceived as not conforming with their ideological expectations of gender identity or expression, and persons whom the Taliban perceived as allies of girls and women. The persecution has taken place from at least 15th August 2021 until the present day across the territory of Afghanistan and is ongoing. The Afghanistan probe is one of the longest by ICC prosecutors and has been bested by legal and practical delays. The initial preliminary examination started in 2007, and it was only in 2022 that a full-scale investigation has moved forward. Since Afghanistan's Islamist Taliban returned to power in 2021, it has clamped down on women's rights, including limits to schooling, work, and general independence in daily life. A new World Fair that broke out north of Los Angeles on Wednesday rapidly spreads to more than 8,000 acres, fueled by strong winds and a dry brush, forcing mandatory evacuation orders for more than 19,000 people.
The host fire, about 50 miles north, major fires warming in the metropolitan area largely under control. In just a few hours on Wednesday, the new fire grew to more than half the size of the Eaton fire, one of the two monster conflagrations that have ravaged the Los Angeles area. Officials warned people in the Castaic Lake area of Los Angeles County that they faced immediate threat of life, while much of Southern California remained under a red flag warning for extreme fire risk due to strong dry winds. Some 19,000 people, a number roughly equal to the entire population of the community of the Castaic, were under mandatory evacuation orders, the Los Angeles County Fire Department said. Another 16,000 were under evacuation warnings. Los Angeles County, the state of California, and the U.S. Forest Service said their fire in the San Gabriel in anticipation of fast-moving 9 months, contributing to hazardous conditions. But some rain was Interstate 5, the major north-south highway from the smoke. The California Highway Patrol said the Eaton fire that scorched 14,021 acres east of Los Angeles was 91% contained, while the larger Palisades fire, which has consumed 23,448 acres on the west side of Los Angeles, stood at 68% contained.
Double defending champion Aryna Sabalenka overpowers Paula Badosa 6-4, 6-2 to reach her third successive Australian Open final. Top seed Sabalenka will meet the winner of second seed Iga Swiatek versus American Madison Keys in the decider on Saturday as she bids for fourth Grand Slam title. It was not the perfect game from the formidable Belarusian, who trailed 2-0 in the first set with a slew of unforced errors. But she soon found her mark and put her dependable forehand to work, breaking Badosa twice before holding firm to take the set. 11th seed Badosa, who eliminated Coco Gauff in the fourth round in one of the shocks of the tournament, was constantly under siege on serve in her first Grand Slam semi-final. The pressure told as she double faulted to gift Sabalenka an early break in the second set.
I'm so proud of myself. I'm proud of my team that we were able to put ourselves in such a situation, and it's privilege, and if I'll be able to put my name in the history, it's gonna mean a lot. It's gonna mean the world for me, and world for me. It's been a dream. I mean, I couldn't even dream about that, to be honest. At first, I was dreaming to win at least one Grand Slam. Now I have this opportunity. It's incredible, and I'm going to go out and leave everything I have.
The world number one rode the momentum to a 5-1 lead after sealing the match in style with a cracking forehand down the line. Manchester City signs Egyptian forward Omar Marmoush from Bundesliga side Eintracht Frankfurt on a 4.5-year contract. Neither clubs revealed the financial details, but British media reported that the deal to sign the 25-year-old Egypt international was worth around €70 million plus bonuses. Marmoush, who becomes City's third signing of the January transfer window after the arrivals of centre-backs Abdelkader Huseinov and Vitor Reis, has scored 37 goals and provided 20 assists in 67 matches since joining Frankfurt from fellow German side VfL Wolfsburg in 2023. In an interview after the signing, Marmoush said he is ready to adapt to any position that is required of him, adding that he cannot wait to play alongside the goal machine Erling Haaland.
City is one of the biggest clubs in the world over the past 10 years. Of course, it's an honor that they showed the interest in me and that now I'm here. The last 2 years, my last 2 seasons were great, but it's just the beginning for me. I'm so happy to be here, and for me, City is one of the biggest clubs in the world, so it was not a question.
Marmoush has netted 15 times in the Bundesliga this season, making him the second highest goal scorer behind Bayern Munich striker Harry Kane.
Yeah, it's crazy, to be honest. The whole journey I made coming from Egypt to Germany, I always dreamt of being in a club like this, and after all the hard work, all the setbacks I had, it's a pleasure and it's an honor for me and my family to be representing Man City and to be here. It makes them happy, it makes me happy that my dreams are becoming reality.
Capped 35 times for his country, Marmoush has also had spells at Egyptian side Wadi Degla, as well as loan moves at St. Pauli and VfB Stuttgart. A UAE-based company converts food waste into biofuel and alternative protein using insects.
In a warehouse tucked in Al Ain Desert in Abu Dhabi, biologist and co-founder of Circa Biotech, Haytham Riahi engineered an environment to breed thousands of specimens of a beneficial insect, the black soldier fly. Riahi said his flies can feed on massive quantities of food waste, which could contribute to tackling a global environmental problem.
It's called the black soldier fly. It's a beneficial insect that eats enormous quantity of waste. So in 10 days, they grow 500 times their initial weight. They eat all the food waste that we give them. After, we harvest them and we extract protein and oil. Those flies, the black soldier fly, they don't have a mouth. So they don't eat, they don't stink, they don't bite. They only drink water and mate. And this stage lasts between 10 to 14 days. For us, the purpose of this phase is to recover eggs. And this is what will help us to continue the cycle on and on and on. And we don't need to bring other eggs from outside the facility. So this is what we call the breeding phase.
The process helps to recycle and reduce food waste, as well as creating an alternative and sustainable source of power.
That's it for now. Thank you for watching. Have a pleasant day ahead. Bye-bye.
එගාර නොවම්බර් නවාස්තක නොවදිහ හතරකුම් ෆෙෂිගෙන් මෙදු කැඩුවෙන් නැති.
ඒ අඩු එහෙරි ඉරත් ප්‍රවියාගුන් දුනීගනිත රාජ්‍යයක පතුරවරිකම් මෙගනි
ගෞම දිෆා උකරන පොර සිතාංග මිය දායිලා ෆෝය
අගුමෙන් ලියුන්තහු ගාවස් කුන්නේ දිහිබත්තකින් හොලගෙන් දියවන්ත දුවයි
කී දොංකොක්ක මේ මාලේවා වෙට්ටුනි මද්ද
ෆෙෂනේ කියාව දක්කා උරියා ඉච්ච තජරිබා කුරාහිත
නරන අවදු සිතංගරනේ සෝරක
රාජ්‍යයක එම්මෙ කිනදුසි ටීවී ෂෝ හේයම්පෝ साव है सारे वाह